because we're going to check out the first and second half highlights now.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think like McBride made a difference inside when you got his name right. Like he was actually
couldn't let it go, could you?
I think if you were planning for today, you would have said Hedge will be at 14 and we'll put X on him, you know. And for the whole game, in fairness to Vincent's management, they left McBride inside. He did score 4 from play. He was dangerous. I'd love to see him at 10 or 12 as well, maybe coming in and out, you know, and allowing John to be on the edge of the square when he could. That's a super score by McBride off his right hand side. You know, again, John, you know, his frees today were very, very good. You know, he did miss 1 or 2 at big moments, which you kind of hoped that wouldn't come back. But that's a super strike from 100 yards out the pitch, like. You know, there's not fair. We haven't seen that much in the games that we've looked at over the last couple of years. This was smart as well. Yeah. Probably a real chance of a goal if he had really went at it here. But
what a save from O'Donoghue.
But Gabe O'Donoghue all the chances to save it as well on a wet day. But this fella has something, young Gleeson for Boden, but not enough. Today was okay, like he was fine, but not enough. He was disappointed, as I'm sure will with Ronan Toomey with his first game. Owen Behan didn't really see him that much of. Niall Ryan was quiet today by his own standards. He's probably better maybe at a consistent 8 or 9. McMurrow at times came out with scores like that off his left, but just didn't. Morehouse Carl was excellent today, like a really, really strong, good man marker. And look, it's a huge start to the championship for Vincents. That you could nearly say now, being if you were a bookmaker, that you're going to have them go straight to a semi-final. So what's important for Pat now, and he'll realise, is the management of the next few weeks. Let them enjoy tonight and maybe a couple of days off now, and then focus them now. I'm sure a couple of lads might go away for a few days, and because there is a long gap now. You know, the championship structure gives you a long gap now until I think it's the 17th of August before they play again, which is
This is one of the scores I was talking about regards Derek McBride. Fantastic.
You'd nearly call into the house on the way home, maybe to remind him how sorry you are for all the mistakes you made. I know, Darren. Look,
once, and I corrected myself straight away. Go on.
The one thing I say about the McBrides is that they're so direct and they want to shoot all the time. And the one improvement that Derek has to make is to realise at times, and he did it brilliantly with Keane. That was a serious shot. And I think it was, like, in fairness, when it went inside, I think it was young Luke Mulligan that actually got the block on it. But Hedgehow really hit that.
And in fairness to Owen Behan, he was brave to block the swing from Heatherton there. That was a good score from Toomey.
And that's something, I think, if you're clipping the game this week, if you're Boden's management, there's a few times, like, in fairness to Paul Ryan, he gets criticised for his physicality at times, but he put some big hits in. That was missing from Boden today. The manliness, the strength, the real fight wasn't, like, he can flash Harry stuff. When that rain comes down then and the ball is dirty to win, Vincents just seemed to want it more. And maybe that extra game last week put them in the proper mindset. Like, this is a real chance to go at it there. You know, rather than like just a harmless shot off your left hand side. You know, Perry came out. Lambert gave a good ball across here. I think it was Paul Ryan who contested it, and it fell down. Gleeson showed flashes. You know, good score off his left. But again, you'd love to see Ballyboden being a little bit braver. Like, Vincents were brave up front. Like, even when Keane got called at the end for the last score, you know, which was a free out, he was very unlucky that time because he was running direct at the goal. Here's your friend again now.
That's McBride, just so we're not confused. And that's a great score. As is this. He makes it look easy, doesn't he? He
does. He's a serious striker of a ball, and like, he looks really fit at the moment. I know he's got loads of chances over, people would say, over the years, but for me, like, he looks really fit this year. You know, you have to look at the club championship as well. There's no point in picking teams on development squads and teams, and he looks really, really fit. Conor Burke was a step above everybody out there today. Just for, like, there's a couple of clips there you could show every defender in Dublin about how to deliver a ball, what a forward wants, and he takes his time, you know, has that extra step and pings the ball on the outside, the lateral side of the forward to create movement.
That was probably the best score of the day from Lambert, and we saw some good ones from both teams today.
Yeah, and he went at it, in fairness, at 5. Like, he did go at it. But this running down the centre, there was nothing really in midfield. That was a high challenge, but there was nothing really in midfield for Ballyboden today. Like, can you remember a time where you were talking about the Ballyboden midfielders? Not really. Whereas the Vincents midfielders, in fairness, for a lot of it, Tom O'Connolly, Mulcahy got on a lot of ball. We didn't really see enough of John Maguire today in the middle of the field. You know, are you better off maybe taking Niall Ryan out there and possibly starting young. I know young Pierce Christie must be injured. I saw him earlier. This was a chance for Reiner, but there was too many on the line. Good save.
He was, wasn't there? Perry, he was excellent as well today.
He was. Perry's
Perry,
very good. I think he's definitely potential, along with Eddie Gibbons, to be really troubling and putting pressure on Sean Brennan in the Dublin goal. 2 good lads and 2 good kids, and you know, well capable of putting in big performances. That was a big Lambert. I'd say he's in the dressing room now saying, look, this is not good enough. Like, yeah, we've got 2 or 3 more games now that we can look at winning, but the performance like that, it's not good enough from their perspective.